Welcome back to Behind the Scenes at Technoset, the series of videos where we're just showing you what we do and how we do it. So today we're going to take a look at our sliding head section. Technoset's been renowned over the years for making precision turn parts in medium to high volumes. And we're going to take a closer look at our technology here today. Going to start off with the M32s. A Citizen machine. We've had one a few years ago, and we have a more recent edition. We've got Martin here, who's going to take a little look through the part. So what we got running on what we refer to as M32-1 today,
yeah, on the older Series 4 version, we're just doing a bolt at the moment, just had a high tensile steel. Nothing particularly special, but it's got quite tight tolerances, quite high surface finish requirements. Holds it really nicely on this machine.
So cycle time on that, Martin, to make that?
At the moment, that's about 1 minute, 140 seconds, I think, for this car at the moment.
Lovely. And in terms of keeping production continuous and the challenges that you face in making that part, how does the M32 lend itself to that?
On this older version, we've just got high pressure system, so it helps to blast the chip swarf away and be able to hit hard enough to get the chip breakers actually working on the machine. And
that's absolutely perfect, really, as a lead into the other machine. The chip braking is really important, and that was part of our requirement when we moved across onto the new M32 and the chip braking capability. So just take a moment to talk about that, if you would, Martin.
Yeah, so obviously this is the Series 5's M32, which has got the LFE technology on it, which allows us to brake the chip when we're running. It means we can run jobs that before we maybe only could run while people are here or for a little while. This is essentially running 24 hours a day now.
So that LFB technology it's an oscillation. It's a movement as the.
That's right. It's a synchronisation between the spindle and the axis to provide air cut, so it just breaks the chip away. There's a little bit of tweaking as you put a different material on, but once you get it right, it just runs without having to touch it then.
It does put a little bit of additional time into the cycle time, though, doesn't it? But the benefits.
Oh yeah, more than outweighs that. Like say, 10, 12 hours unmanned. Yeah, I'm willing to sacrifice a few seconds of that if you are.
Yeah. Oh well, I certainly am. Yeah. If it's running around the clock, Martin. These two machines, Mitsubishi controls.
Mitsubishi control. Very very user friendly, especially with the touch screen now. That's a nice addition.
Yeah. Yeah, lovely. And this it's running cycle time on that part.
That one is about 6.5 minutes now.
6.5 minutes, lovely. And also there's some internal broaching features in there as well.
Yeah, so I mean everything's quite tied up. We've got some internal keyways, some external keyways, and obviously the parts have got to fit together quite snugly as well. So there's some quite complex stuff on there.
Excellent, well done, and running round the clock, which is music to my ears. Thanks, Martin, thanks for your time. So we're just going to take a little bit of a wander now down the shop as we go into our 20mm section. So that's 32mm bar capacity. We're going to 20mm. We've got an SV20 here, currently going into changeover, and then we've got two SR20s from Star as well. And we're just going to talk a little bit here to John and Charlie. Let's interrupt them. How are we doing, guys? Sorry to interrupt you. Just spare a couple of moments of your time. So we've got John and we've got Charlie. What we've got running here, guys, on our SR20s?
We've got some high volume aerospace washers on this machine, and we've got a smaller batch on there of about 700 parts, again aerospace.
So that's very typical of Technoset, high volume in terms of over 100,000 parts there as a washer going through aerospace, and then we've got a sort of smaller batch. So this will be running, what, for about a day?
A couple of days,
cool.
And then it'll be a changeover again to another one. So this morning, as an example, we've got 3 changeovers, so it's always quick turnover.
And that's typical for Technoset because, traditionally you'd want to buy a sliding head and have it running all year long, or maybe changing it over once a year.
Nice when it happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the way of the world today, though. People want smaller batches, so we have to change and work that way.
Good stuff. And we've got Charlie here, who's about to formally start your apprenticeship. Been with us just under a year now, doing some other learning, but looking forward to starting that, Charlie?
Yeah, it will be good. It'll be nice to learn everything and then bring what I've learned from the college into here and use it the way I'm supposed to.
So what is it you've been doing? You're doing on a day-to-day basis, working alongside John, learning how to operate, or?
We're keeping the machines in check, making sure they're working as they should be, make sure the parts are coming out nice, they need to look nice, they need to be all the right sizes. We need to make sure, especially if they're aerospace, they need to be as perfect as we can get them.
So, looking after the washers then, Charlie, what are the key features that you'd be looking after the washers on?
We need to make sure visually they look nice, they need to be presentable to show that we're doing them right. We need to all be in the right size together, they all need to be nice.
So what type of equipment are you using to check them?
We've got all sorts of measuring equipment. We've got mics, verniers, drop clocks. We've got a website for measuring that we all document it on, so it's all in one place instead of loads of sheets of paper everywhere.
So that's MeasureLink, and we talked about that in our other video a few weeks ago, how all our measurement data is then stored for SPC analysis. So that's really good, and you're learning how to use that and using that every day.
Every day, yeah.
Brilliant, brilliant. And John, you know, passing on your knowledge to Charlie. Been here, man and boy.
40 years.
And do you enjoy passing on your knowledge?
Yeah, it's good. It's what happened when I was younger, and it's nice to pass it on to the next lot. We ain't going to be around forever.
And he's a good lad?
He's a good lad, yeah.
Good stuff. Keep going, Charlie. Thanks, John. Thanks for your time. So we go through our star section. We've also got a 12mm star here, like John said, 3 changeovers today, this being one of them. This star is equipped with the HFT function, very similar to what Martin was talking about earlier with the LFV on the Citizen. This is the star version of that technology, allows chip breaking on malleable materials and gives us better continuous production. And then we move into our Tornos section here. We've got gammas. Now these are, we've got 3 identical gammas, and we have Hitesh, who, like John, has been here man and boy as well. So a vast amount of experience. Just going to nick a bit of. All right, Hitesh, good to talk. So what are you in the middle of?
I'm in the middle of a setup. It's the Colesbro parts. Quite complicated. A lot of milling on it.
Yeah. So the Colesbro is a copper-based material, just set down here on the floor. This has had to be pre-ground, does it?
Pre-ground. Yep, this is pre-ground to the actual diameter that I'm going to be working to, and that gives us the best chance, burr-free.
Yeah. So this is the OD is pre-ground, so for run out to limit the run out, to make sure that OD, because it's a really tight tolerance, is achieved, and so on. What is it about the gammas that lend themselves to the job that you're currently working on?
That one, actually, well, I'd say that it's probably the guide bush system is very good on this machine. It actually lets you make longer parts because you're a bit limited if you're using it as a fixed head. So I think that's the main advantages, really.
And accuracy.
Oh, definitely accuracy, especially with the bar being ground.
Yeah.
That gives us the best chance.
And so the part that you're making, we can't typically show the drawing, obviously, but lots of complex features. What would be the cycle time that you'll be thinking of?
I'd be looking at about 180 seconds.
180 seconds to make a part, and it will run through the night?
It won't run quite through the night, but we can leave it on quite a big count.
Quite a big count,
Yeah,
so looking at probably about 19, 20 hours production a day?
Yeah, at least, yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. And we've got 3 identical gammas here. Hitesh, been in here for a long time as well, haven't they?
They have, they certainly have.
And nice robust machine, keep going.
Yes. Very user friendly. Yeah.
You just mentioned earlier about the ability to run them in a fixed head mode.
Yes.
That's quite interesting. What does that enable you to do?
Well, that does. I mean, if we've got bars, not the diameter's not bang on size, it allows you to you won't get problems with guide bushes because with a guide bush the bar has to be bang on size.
Okay.
Quite often it has to be ground. When you use it as a fixed head, you have that little bit extra that you can sort of manipulate out the machine.
Okay. Yeah, it's really interesting. So that gives us additional versatility and being able to do shorter parts as a fixed head.
Yes, that's right, definitely, the shorter parts.
So being shorter parts as a fixed head, you don't necessarily have to have the bar ground.
No.
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 So excellent, excellent. Well, we'll leave you to it.
Okay.
Thank you for your time, and that's pretty much an overview of Technoset's sliding head capability, all the way from 32, all the way down through 20 mils and a 12 mil. Hope you enjoyed that, and we'll see you soon.